Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I have literally just finished filming a mostly Primark haul that I went to today, and that should have already been uploaded by now. Obviously, well, yeah, it would have been uploaded by now, so you can go check that out if you want to. And today, as you've gathered by the title, I'm going to do the Harry Potter tag, which has been quite popular on YouTube recently. I was going to do this about a month ago, but I decided I didn't like the quality of the video. I don't know, I felt like I felt like it wasn't very worthy of a good video, so I didn't upload it. But I have all the questions in my diary, so let's just jump straight into it because I have no idea how long it's going to take. The first question is, what is your favourite book? And my favourite book is The Goblet of Fire, which is actually the book that I am reading now. I just love this book because I feel like it has a lot more in than the films. Although the fifth one does, I just don't like that one as much. I think in this one, a lot of the detail they missed out was quite crucial, whereas some of the stuff in the fifth book, The Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, right, just because this is Goblet of Fire, the fifth book, The Order of the Phoenix, I feel like some of the stuff they missed in there, it doesn't matter as much because it's not as important, if you know what I mean. Whereas a lot of this, I feel like they've missed out so much, but I just love the book because I just feel like, you're kind of reading something slightly different to what you get from the film, and I kind of like that, and I just love it. My least favourite book isn't the fifth one, even though I do like this book, don't get me wrong, the one I'm about to choose, but it's not the fifth one, as I was just saying. That's probably my six out of the seven. And the least favourite is the Half-Blood Prince. I mean, I do love this one. Obviously, without it, the story wouldn't make sense. But I just feel like it wasn't as important as some of the other books were. And I don't know. I do know, spoiler alert, just in case you've not read it, / watched the films, that in this one, Dumbledore's death is a lot more emotional than in the films. I think it's the chapter after he dies. Because I'm one of the ones who watched the films before I read the book, which I wish I never did. But when I was little, I would never have read a book this thick. So when I read the book for the first time, I actually almost cried at the chapter after Dumbledore died, because Harry is so emotional. But I do love it, as you can gather, and I know I'm praising it because, oh my god, I still do love it. It's one of the, obviously, they were really good books, but I just have to say that this is the worst book, unfortunately. Now, I don't have the movie with me, because the next question is, what's your favourite movie? But I'm just going to show up the book, and that is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I do love the fourth one as well as all of them, but I don't know, I just feel like this film, I think it's because they get it right, they get the movie pretty much spot on. I don't know, the characters like Lupin, they've got him spot on, how you expect them in here, how you read them in here is how it basically portrayed in the film, and I just really like that. And yeah, it's good. And the fact that my least favourite movie is also the sixth one, because I don't know, it's kind of like the same reason as this one. I don't feel like you're getting as much from this movie as you would with the others, and I don't know. It's just, I guess the Half-Blood Prince just isn't for me. The question 5 is, what's my favourite quote? And I have many favourite quotes, including the cliche ones like, after all this time, always, and the happiness can be found in even the most dark of times if one only remembers to turn on the light. Of course, I love them, but most of my other favourite quotes are from Sirius Black and some of the Dumbledore ones. But Sirius Black, I think he has like the most inspiring quotes. Like, they just get to you. An example of one of my favourite ones is, "Those who love us never truly leave us." And I just think that, for me, because I've lost my stepbrother last year, if you didn't know, and I just feel like, that just gets to me because, obviously I know my brother is forever in here and here, but it just helps you to remember, and it's just, such, what's the word? Like, it's a true quote, you know what I mean? The next question is, who is your favourite Weasley? My favourite Weasley is George and obviously Fred, but if you watch my sister's video where we did the Kiss, Marry and Kill version, Harry Potter version, Fred is hers and George is mine. So I have to say George is my favourite as well as Fred, but George. So question 7 is, who is your favourite female character? My favourite female character is Luna, just because I feel like me and Luna get on so, like, we'll get on. I feel like if I was at Hogwarts, me and Luna would just click. I feel like I'm kind of so much like Luna. Not like as weird as her, but I just feel like I'm quite like Luna. And I just think she's such an amazing character. And I also like Book Ginny. If you love Harry Potter as much as me, you'll understand what I mean just by Book Ginny. Question 8 is, who's your favourite villain? And that is Bellatrix. I feel like she is also most other people's other favourite villain. I just think Helena Bonham Carter does such a good job of portraying Bellatrix, and she just makes Bellatrix a really well-loved character. Question 9 is, who is your favourite male character? My male character, I have 3, okay? I know it says character, but come on, you can't just have one favourite character. My favourite characters are Lupin and the Weasley twins. And I've always loved Lupin, and I've always loved the Weasley twins, and I don't know why I like Lupin so much. Like, obviously the Weasley twins are very popular, people love, but Lupin, I've just always loved him for some reason. I guess it's just because he's a werewolf. I don't know. Question 10 is, who is my favourite professor? And I like Professor Lupin and Professor Flitwick, who is my head of house. And I just think they're such good teachers. Like, Lupin is by far the best Defence Against the Dark Arts teacher Harry ever had. Like, he actually taught them stuff. And Flitwick, I just love the idea of charms. I don't know why. Question 11 is, would I rather wash Snape's hair or listen to Lockhart rant about himself? Well, considering listening to Lockhart rant about himself could go on for 12 hours, I would rather say wash Snape's hair, because, that can take 5 minutes, although it might be quite disgusting, because obviously it's really greasy, but I prefer to do that because it would last a shorter amount of time listening to Lockhart rant about himself, and I can soon get on with the other stuff. Question 12, I don't know why I said 10, question 12 is, would I rather duel Molly or Bellatrix? Definitely Molly, because I feel like me and Molly would be best of friends, because I would marry George. I don't care what anyone says. I would marry George, so she's become my mother-in-law, and I just think that she'd be so lovely to me. And I just rather duel Molly. So obviously, I have no chance of her killing me, trying to kill me, because I just don't think she's that kind of girl. Whereas Bellatrix, she's a Death Eater, and I'm not with the Death Eaters, so she'd try to kill me at any given chance. Question 13 is, would I rather travel to Hogwarts by the Hogwarts train or the Ford Anglia, the flying car that Harry and Ron took in number 2? I would love to go by the car. I think it would be amazing, but I'm going to have to go with the Hogwarts train just because it's the Hogwarts train. I don't know, it's traditional and I wouldn't like to break the tradition. I think it would be really weird. Because if I have a best friend and they're like, oh, where is she? But I'm there taking the car, they have no idea where I'd be and they'd sit on their own for the whole journey. Yeah, I wonder how Hermione actually managed in number 2. What would she have got on with? Who would she? She probably would have gone with Ginny or someone, wouldn't she? Question 14. Would I rather kiss Voldemort or give Umbridge a bath? Now, it said give Umbridge a bath. So, does that mean I just have to run it for her and I don't have to wash it? It never says anything about washing her. It just says give her a bath. So, I would rather give her a bath. I could just run her the bath, get all that slimy toadness off her, and then she can wash herself, It never said I have to wash her, it just says give her a bath, so I can run the bath for her. Question 15 is, would I rather ride a hippogriff or a firebolt, which is a type of broomstick? And I would ride the firebolt. I'm sorry, hippogriff, aka Buttbeak. I absolutely would love to ride on a hippogriff, but it is my dream to ride a broomstick. I don't know why, I just love to ride a broomstick. I feel like I would be amazing at Quidditch, and I just want a firebolt because it is the fastest broom in the world. Question 16 is, the character that I felt differently about in the movies, definitely Ginny. Because in the books, Ginny is such a badass character. Honestly, she is just, goals. She's so brave, which I guess is why she's in Gryffindor, but she's just so sassy and everything. Whereas in the movies, they've completely missed that part of Ginny out. Sorry, excuse me. And I just feel like Ginny in the books is such a strong character, and I just love her. I also feel slightly different about Ron, because in the book, I feel like Ron, throughout the books, you can kind of tell that Ron likes Hermione, whereas in the films, you don't really get into that until about 6 or 7, around that time. Possibly, yeah, 6, 7 or 8, I don't know, it's around that area, but, I mean, from the start you can tell that Ron kind of likes Hermione, although he doesn't show it at first, but yeah. Yes, I'd just say Ron. Question 17 is movie that I preferred to the books. I don't prefer any movie to the books, but if I had to pick, it would be The Philosopher's Stone, just for the fact that I like a lot more of the quote in the film than I do in the book. So, yeah. Question 18 is, do I prefer Richard Harris or Michael Gambon as Albus Dumbledore? I absolutely love them both as Albus Dumbledore, but if I had to pick, it would be Michael Gambon. I'm so sorry, Richard Harris. Because I just feel like, although obviously, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Of course, that really annoys me. He said calmly. Yep, just get that out there. Of course, that annoys me a little bit, but I just feel like Michael Gambon did such a good job, and Michael Gambon was in about 3 to 8, whereas Richard Harris is only in 1 and 2, so I kind of feel like that's one of the reasons why I like Michael Gambon, just because we saw more of him. Question 19 is the top thing that wasn't in the film. Films. Okay, I would have to say the beginning of the Goblet of Fire. Because in the beginning of the Goblet of Fire, it is so funny. I must have laughed about 5 times in one of the chapters. An example of what I prefer about the book in the beginning of the Goblet of Fire that wasn't in the film is when Fred and George, they drop the sweet and they give it to Dudley and he has that long tongue. I just love it. So yeah, that's got to be one of my favourite things that wasn't in the film. Also, Peeves! I wish they never cut Peeves out of it. So obviously they cut Peeves out the first one and they probably thought, we can't have him in the rest of them now because he's been cut out. But that's going to be one of the reasons why. Question 20 is, which movie would I remake? Probably expect me to say The Half-Blood Prince, considering it's my least favourite one. But I'm actually going to go with The Goblet of Fire, which of course is one of my favourite ones, I admit that. But they just missed, like I said in the previous question, they missed all of the funniness out of it. Sorry. So, I feel, like, they missed all the funniness, so I will put some of that funniness in, and I'd also put in Ludo Bagman, because he is one of the most important characters in the book, I'd say, and they've missed him out of the films completely. I don't know why, but yeah, so I would remake The Goblet of Fire if I had to. Question 21 is, what was my house due to my gut feeling? Ravenclaw, because I am really smart. Question 22 then, what house was I sorted in on Pottermore? Slytherin, even though I picked all the good answers, but I guess that means I'm just going to be one of those good Slytherins, and that all Slytherins don't follow the stereotypical Death Eater route. So, yeah. Question 23 is, what is my favourite Hogwarts class? That has to be Charmed. I would just love to learn spells. That would make me so much more lazy. 24, spell I'd like to learn. Speaking of lazy, I would love to learn the spell Accio. I think it would just be awesome. Like, if you'd lost something, you can just get your wand out, go Accio phone, for example, and you can get your phone. Like, how cool would that be, You just lose something, just Accio it, and you've not lost it anymore. See? I'm clever. That's why I'm Ravenclaw. Question 25 is the character that I feel I'd instantly be friends with. I feel like I'd instantly be friends with Luna. Like, yeah, I just think, like I said earlier, I think like me and Luna will just click. Because also, obviously, I feel like I'd instantly be friends with Luna. I feel along the line I'd probably also be friends with Ginny. I don't know why, I just feel like, obviously Luna and Ginny are best friends, so maybe I'd get to know Ginny that way, and maybe then I'd become friends with the Golden Trio, which is gold. I would love to become friends with Harry Potter, he's the chosen one, and the boy who lived. Question 26 is, which Hallow would I like to own? There are obviously the Resurrection Stone, the Invisibility Cloak, and the Elder Wand. I wouldn't like the Resurrection Stone because the power of it scares me, and I wouldn't like the power to bring someone back. I wouldn't like to use the Elder Wand because I feel that's also too powerful, and I don't like it. Obviously, it's the most powerful wand in the world, and I don't want all that power. I don't like the idea of having a lot of power, so it would have to be the Invisibility Cloak. But if I had the Invisibility Cloak, I can just put my cloak on, sneak into concerts, sneak onto a plane, you know, then go to the Harry Potter Wizarding World. How cool would that be with the cloak? Just saying. 27 is anything I'd change about the books. Obviously, I love the books. They are better than the films by far. Well, not by far, but you know what I mean. Like, I always feel like books are better than films. They just have more in it, and you get to know more background information. But if I had to change something, it would be some of the quotes, because obviously I've watched all the movies loads, and sometimes I'm reading the book and I'm just like, oh, this quote's going to happen, and the quote never happens. Like, I love some of the quotes that they've put in the films. I think they're so good that if I had to rewrite them, I would obviously adapt some of those quotes into the books. Obviously keep the other good quotes in the book. Question 28 is, who is my favourite Marauder? Obviously Lupin, because he's one of my favourite characters. Obviously earlier it was my top 3 male characters. They are actually my favourite 3 characters plus Luna. And so my favourite Marauders is Lupin and also Sirius Black, because I just love Sirius Black. Obviously, I've already said he has the best quotes. And yeah, obviously I like James and I don't like Peter, but those 2 are my favourite. Question 29 is, what character would I bring back to life? You probably expect me here to say Remus Lupin, because obviously he's my favourite character. But if I brought back Remus Lupin, then I have to bring back Tonks, and I don't want to bring back 2 people. But my gut instinct every time I see this question is I would bring back Fred. Because it breaks my heart to imagine George living a life without Fred. I just love Fred and George, so one of them to die. Why, JK? Why? That was unnecessary. But because obviously I've already said my sister would love it, she would probably bring back Fred. That means I would probably bring back Dobby as well if I had the choice. Dobby was so innocent and didn't deserve to die. He was so, honestly, I just think, well, Harry did say, never save my life again. So I guess he had it coming, but you know, I don't want Dobby to die. Nobody wants Dobby to die. Question 30 is Hallows or Horcruxes? Definitely the Hallows. Although I'm, according to Pottermore, I'm a Slytherin, I would not like to use Horcruxes. Of course, it gives you immortal life until obviously all your Horcruxes and then are destroyed and then someone kills you, like Voldemort. But I wouldn't like to be immortal because I would fall in love with somebody, all my loved ones and everybody. I would watch them die, and I would hate to see so many of my loved ones die. And the Hallows, I think, for a good cause, like they didn't mean any harm, as Horcruxes do. So that was the last question. I am sorry for rambling on this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you ever want me to do any other Harry Potter based videos, please give me suggestions below, or just any other video, just give me suggestions. If you ever, I would like to do a Harry Potter Q&A or just a normal Q&A at some point, but I never have any questions. So if you have any questions, just give me questions down below, or I will link my Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat down below, so just tweet me, snap me, Insta me some questions, and yeah. So that is it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, I am sorry for rambling on, but I love filming this video, and I love filming these videos because you guys get to know me a bit more, and I will catch you soon for another video. Ciao!